What's up, YouTube? This is your big bro, King Jabez. About to say another very important message. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on IG at The King Jabez, Facebook, The Iron the Soul. Whatever you decide to do, I will appreciate it. Also, for those who want to talk to me on a one-on-one personal level to get more in depth, in addition to the content I present, I do offer consultations. Let's work. This is a message that you need to hear. Chosen men, chosen woman. If you are a chosen man, which I believe, and if you are a chosen woman, many of you, which I believe, many of you men, many of you ladies, great potential, great things in store for you. Let's start right there. A lot of power. And some of you don't realize the power you have, and the power is a lot deeper than political power. Let's be clear on that. Influence, your voice, your talent, your gifts, the presence that the Most High has given you, your individuality, your ability to influence other people for good. If that is true of you on some level, you are being watched. And as a person who has created content online for years, I know that at this point. And I can't prove it, but I can certainly feel the energy. I can see what is happening online. Something comes to my mouth, and they see somebody else is saying, okay, I'm being watched. It's obvious, right? Unless I'm just slow and not getting it, people are watching. So I want you to understand, chosen men and women, high-ranking people have been given specific instructions to watch and to monitor you. Understand that. When you are, in other words, when a person is meant to blow up, when a person is meant to have some clout behind them, some status, some value, right? Influence. Let's go biblical word. Virtue, right? When there's a virtue coming from you, and that virtue can heal people. Some of you can heal through your words. Your words have the ability to heal and to activate. Words have the ability to do a lot of things. I can break that down and give like 20 purposes for words. We're not going to do it today. Maybe for another video. But words have all type of power. Let's tap in real quick just off the top of my dome. I've been looking at my notes. You can build up with words. You can encourage. You can give people some strength. Sometimes words through a song can get a person through a hard day. I know sometimes I have some difficulty to do. A good song with the right message get me going. When I'm going through a hard workout and I'm dog tired and I don't feel like going anymore, I got like 4 or 5 more sets left in my workout. Let me put Tupac on No More Pain. You hear me? Let me put them on No More Pain. And at that point, I'm turned up. I'm ready to go now. Ain't no more pain. I don't feel this. Chest burning, you hear me? Arms burning. Why? Because those words, it gives you that power to keep fighting. If I'm looking for some guidance and I'm stuck in life, I'll crack the Bible open and get some wisdom, get some words of insight. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Read that and I'm ready to go. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. I start going through those Psalms and verses in the Old Testament, New Testament, and now my mind is right for the energy coming my way. For the spirits coming my way, which have an energy. People say the energy's talk and spirituality is demonic. No, it's not. Demons have energy. Okay, it's common sense. Every being has energy. God has energy. Demons have energy. Angels have energy. Humans have energy. I'm not sure why anybody would debate that. Okay, so when you have all that energy, and for those who like the word energy, spirits, someone like spirits, entities, whatever word you want to use, right? When you feel all of that, you're not just paranoid. Now, some of you may struggle with that, right? We talked about that too. There's some people who, and this is not anything against you, you think everyone's against you. And that's an extreme too, because everybody's not watching us like that. I'm going to just be honest. None of us, including myself, are really that important. Everybody ain't watching us. Sometimes we're just paranoid. So let's be clear on that too. Okay, so this is not a message to stamp or to authenticate or to prove you right for your suspicion of everybody. We got to be careful with that too, because everything is about balance. So if you're just suspicious of everyone, you got to be careful with that too. Give people a chance to prove who they are. Watch people and give an honest assessment. Don't judge people before they even show who they are. That's not good either, because you end up missing the right people that way too. And some of you end up, I'm gonna leave that alone, but you end up missing the right person for you, okay? Because you think the right person it's like the wrong person you were with before. And they ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm going to leave that alone because some of you don't want to hear that. That's just my 2 cents. I'm going to just drop that and leave it right there. Okay? So back on track, on track, because I am on track with this message. You're being watched. Okay? So we talked about the extreme of being paranoid and thinking everybody's watching you. That's an extreme. But the other extreme, right, is to think that this is not true. Because there's some say, oh, that's not the case at all. And that's a mistake too. If you are speaking truth and you are helping people, and not even just speaking, you have a presence. There is clear value to you. It could be you're a person who don't say a word, but your looks, you have a beauty, you're a really handsome man. You have something about you that people in power know can influence other people. So they ain't just words. You can be quiet and have a quiet strength about yourself, your aura. So we're not just talking about people who speak and do music. You can just be somebody behind the scenes. Really smart. They're watching you. The ability to create something we've never seen before. When you are chosen to do whatever it is. Because people hear chosen, and this is me now going into my church background. Okay? When someone says they're called or chosen, right away people think pastor or missionary. And from my deep study of the word and hundreds of books about God, spirituality, scriptures, life, business, etc., God calls people or chooses people to do a number of things. In other words, the only 2 jobs on God's staff is not pastor, missionary. Somebody in the back say amen. You can be called by God to be a great businessman. Hello? You can be called by God to be someone who is really beautiful and influences a lot of people. Queen Esther. Let's tap in. Okay? You can be called to be a leader. Joseph. Everybody's not called to be a pastor for church. There is more to be done on earth besides running a church. Okay, there's a lot to be done. Business, leadership, fathers, mothers, influencers, music, hairstylists, barbers, whatever talent you have, whatever gift you have, the Most High gave it to you. And that's what it means to be chosen. You have been chosen to use that, whatever that is for you, for a higher purpose. That's what it means to be chosen. So when I say chosen ones, that's really what I mean. You have been selected out the crowd by the Most High to do something for Him. And that doesn't always require speaking. So if you are an intelligent person, I know you are, you're thinking, okay, why are they watching me? Well, it's obvious. They're watching you because you have something of value that can be copied and taken from you. I'm going to just give it to you just in a raw. You got something about you, my boy, sis, they can just take, copy, and paste and act like it ain't even you. Do you hear me? You're being watched to see if you can be, for lack of a better word, utilized. Okay, I'm using my words very carefully. Utilized for the other team. Okay? And will you be utilized? You all got a brain. You can think read between lines. Okay? Will you be utilized for the other team, or will you be utilized for good? Okay? That's why you're being watched. Will you sell out? Okay, I'll say that and leave it there. Because many will. And let me say this too also about that. Just because someone has some success in life, let me say this, doesn't mean they sold out. That's the first thing somebody says. If somebody's successful, they sold out because you can't imagine someone making it because you can't. I'm going to just drop that right there real quick. I'm going to say what I want to say today. It's my video. You hear me? It's my video. Okay? Just because you can do something, my boy, sis, doesn't mean they can't. This is a big word. Humble yourself, sir. Humble yourself, man. There's a lot you and I can't do. I humble myself. There's a lot big bro can't do. I ain't mad about somebody doing something I can't do. What I look like, this is me and my thing. What I look like hating on somebody doing something that I know I can't do in the first place. Come on. The Most High hasn't given no person everything. So if somebody does something that I can't that's successful, man, good for you. That's what you're supposed to do. That's personal talks. I do these talks so you can be successful. I don't talk so you do nothing. I do these talks to help you on your journey. Now, this is not everything, but it's to help you on your journey. Because we're on a journey. Life is a journey. We're on this path going somewhere. Whether your path's leading to success or it's leading to some obstacles, some challenges, some tests, and all our paths lead to tests, by the way. That's why I talk about tests so much on my platform. You're going to be tested. Mark my word. And a part of the test is being able to handle the pressure that comes with being watched. You can feel it. You cannot always see it, but you feel those silent eyes, especially if you're public. If you are on any social media platform, you know you're being watched. You see them in a story every day. They ain't said a word. They watch you every single day. Ain't never liked the post. I'll never understand that. Don't like your posts. Don't like your stories. But I gotta see your beady eyes every day. Why? I'm just asking. I've been wanting to ask the question 5 years now. I'm gonna just ask you flat out now. I gotta earn my credibility at this point. 5 years deep. Why? Why would you watch something? I'm gonna say, why would you watch me? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say this for everybody. I know everybody want to ask this question. Why are you watching me? And don't like my posts, don't like my stories, don't like my videos. Why? That's weird. You hear me? I don't follow nobody that I don't like some of their stuff. I ain't like everything because I think like everything is kind of weird too, honestly. If you like everything, okay, that's a bit obsessive. But to not like nothing, okay, if I'm following you, I gotta like something you're doing. And sometimes I like a post just because I follow you. I'm gonna just say if I want to support you. I may not like it that much. I'm just being real. That's me being transparent now. I may not like it that much, but as a friend on social media, at least we're not friends in real life, but as a social media friend, I'm gonna try to support what you got going on. So I like the picture. Well, sometimes I really do like it, depending on what's going on. But the point is this: why follow somebody you're not gonna support? In terms of that, it being watched, that's minor. Okay, is there are people watching you a lot bigger than that. You gotta be careful with those blank accounts. Because those blank accounts, you don't know who that is. That could be anybody. And sometimes, I did a live years ago, and I can tell that someone powerful entered the chat. I couldn't explain it. I have intuition. I have discernment. And it felt strange. I knew somebody was here that has the power to hurt me. That's somebody said, "Big bro, you said." You said, "Yeah, I can't say that. That's common sense." People have power to bring some evil your way. That's true. That's reality. And I felt that. And it was kind of, again, I didn't see the person. But if you have a spirit, your spirit tells you when something's not right. Is that correct? You feel the energy shift. And so this message is something I know. You are being watched by people that you don't even know. And that's why you have to be wise. And that's why I tell you all the time, keep your plans to yourself. Because the wrong person may hear you running your mouth and go wrong with everything you said. And they already get the position and the resources to do something. You're trying to build something, and you may not have the resources yet, keyword, or the social status or followers yet, but you will one day. And if you're running your mouth right now while you ain't got it, they can just come take your stuff. I'm going to give it to you. That's why when you're growing, you got to be careful. When you're not there yet, when you have potential, this is what this message is for. This message is for men and women who have the potential, but your social status and currency isn't quite there yet, but it will be. And since it will be, your ideas are gold. Your ideas are currency. And someone who has the status, who has the numbers, will hear that and say, "That's a great idea. Let me get that," and go push on their platform with their 1,000 followers, with their 500,000 followers, or 1 million followers, or 2 million followers. And what are you gonna do about it? Now it looks like you're copying them. You see what I'm saying? So this is a dirty game people are playing. So be careful what you say. Speak when it's already done. Speak when there's nothing they can do about it. Speak when it's too late to still. I told you guys right now, I got an idea I've been sitting on for years that I haven't spoken on yet at this point publicly, and I won't speak on it until it's time. So this message is real to me. Big bro, I got an idea, I got a plan in my mind, a concept. I'm not sharing with nobody. Until it's out, it's up. You hear me? So I know it is. So in other words, I have learned by experience how to sit on an idea, how to sit on a concept, keep it to myself, not get online running my mouth, okay, until it happens. And I'm trying to give you the exact same game. Keep your mouth shut. You're being watched. So that's what I have for you today. This is your Big Bro King's the Best. Thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.